Welcome to another episode of Let's Play Farming Simulator 2013 on the Newbie farm. Alright, so our big field number 12 is ready to be harvested. In fact, I have already begun to harvest the field already. As you can see, we're harvesting wheat on this field, and I have my Courseplay fellow set up already, and he's harvesting some wheat. So now we can feed our poor chickens who have been lacking the wheat for a while now. And I think they really need some wheat. So I'm really happy this field's finally ready for them, because you're just not going to be at peak proficiency if we don't give them wheat. So we upgraded our combine header not too long ago as well. So that'll also help out for this big field here. So we've already accumulated, let's see how much we got. So we already have 9,727 liters of wheat already, and he has only done 3 rows or 3 passes. Actually, that's not true. There's a 4th one at the end there, a headland, just to give him some extra space so he doesn't hit the building over there. And I am going to harvest part of this myself, probably when he gets to the other line, because I want him to use more of the header, because he's, as you can see, he is missing the last little bit over there. So I'm already in this vehicle. Don't need to. Oh, it's funny when you start playing another game for a little bit, you start hitting other buttons. You're like, wait a minute, that's not the right button. Oh, that's too funny. So I'm going to let him finish this pass right here, and then I'm going to take over and do some myself. Also, we'll get a chance to feed our chickens, and this will be another harvesting episode. Last time we harvested some millet, this time it's some wheat, and I'm going to go from there. Alright, he's coming to the end of the line. Perfect. Just stop the hard work here for a second. There we go. And I'm gonna have to go out of the camera here, or out of the cab, because I want to get as much as possible. There we go. Because our hard worker does not do, for whatever reason, they always leave a little tiny bit at the end. So I don't know why. Even if you set him up so he's doing a full width of the header, it always seems to leave a little bit at the end there. But I don't know why. It's one of those things, I guess. Ah, well. I know with some of you can actually get some mods that'll help you with the GPS, so you can, I don't know, follow lines. Basically, is what it boils down to. Because you have like a red line on the left hand side over there by the end of the header, and you'll be able to just follow it. Now, being in cab, you can technically use the in cab controls and use the camera that's on the end over there. And let's just do that so I can show you. There we go. And unfortunately, it is behind the HUD, our animal HUD, but you'll get an idea of what it's like. And now I need to change which side it's on, of course. There we go. Need to concentrate, apparently. And am I getting it all? No, missing a little bit. There we go. So you can do it that way too. As I've mentioned numerous times, I wish I could move the animal HUD, but you can't. Not that I'm aware of, at least. If you know how to move it, that'd be awesome. And it's kind of hard to line it up there sometimes. There we go. It seems like it's right. Hopefully not leaving a line. No, we're good. But that's what you can do with this particular header. The other header I couldn't do that because the header didn't have cameras on it, actually. But this one does, so you can go ahead and do it like that. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Gotta be careful here. Wonder if I can drag this. No. That's too bad. And it's funny, it actually beeps once it gets to 80% inside. I don't know if you can hear it or not, but it'll start beeping on the inside and it'll be like tick, 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 tick. Oh, missed a little bit at the end there. There we go. And it makes like a little beeping sound to say, hey, we're at 80% here. Let's do a little turnaround here. Got to change which side it's on. There we go. Whoa, whoa, missing a whole bunch. There we go. Trying to line up the gray thing there. Yeah, I missed a little bit there. That's fine. Actually, what I can do, I'll go ahead and hire a worker here. What I am going to do is I'm going to grab this guy and I'm going to pick up the straw. Because having extra straw is always helpful. There we go. Let's get in the cab here. Back her up. 27 hours I've done in this tractor, apparently. It's quite a bit. Here we go. One of the nice features of having course play and a hired worker in this scenario is that you can do this and have two tractors running doing something, and then you can go and do something else. You can actually course play picking up straw, but I don't mind doing it. For whatever reason, this particular forage wagon is a little finicky, so it doesn't always do what I want it to do. It'll actually miss little bits and pieces, and it's kind of annoying. So I tend to have to run it pretty slow with this particular tractor, but it does a pretty good job and holds quite a bit of straw, so that's nice. That almost looks done over there. Probably pretty close. Looks like it's green wheat. There we go. Alright. Let's drop our forage harvester down. Make sure he's all the way down there. Get into the cab here and start picking up some straw. Don't want to fertilize before we've picked up the straw because I don't have fertilized straw, and that doesn't make very much sense. There we go. Perfect. I probably could speed it up. Let's see. I don't want to risk it because I always find with this particular one, if you go over like I'm only doing 12 kilometers an hour, so not terribly fast, but it'll still miss some. But I'm really glad I changed to this particular forage wagon, because before we were using the classic, or yeah, I guess it was from the classic pack, the vintage pack. And oh, I missed a little chunk there. From the classic pack, and that thing, while it was pretty neat, the big problem was the pickup. The width of the pickup was really small. Change that to. Come on now. Doesn't want to change my. Fine. Guess we're gonna stick on our speedometer, nothing else. Was trying to change it to RPMs, but didn't like that apparently. Wanted to sit there and tell me I was doing 7 miles an hour. I could do it a bit quicker, but I'm not in a huge rush because that combine's gonna take its time, and I might catch up to it anyways because it has to do a whole big turnaround, and I don't have to do quite a crazy turn as it does. So what I'll do is I'll skip a row here. Skip a windrow, and then I'll do this one over here. So then the turn is not so sharp. And that's actually what you would do in real life too. You would actually take a bit of a... I still missed it apparently. You would jump a few rows, so you could do like jump 6. Basically allows you to, or prevents you from taking too sharp a turn, because you don't want to take sharp turns, because what will happen is your rear tire will hit your implement you're using, and that's not cool because then you'll make a jump all over the place. One time I was in the potato harvester, and the guy who was driving the potato harvester, he actually took just a slightly too big a turn, and he actually just nicked the potato harvester with the tractor, and it made the whole thing just shake like there was no tomorrow. No damage done, luckily, but in those scenarios you can easily have some damage done if you're not too careful, so be aware of that if you're ever driving a tractor in real life, I guess. Wise words, I suppose, if you want to call it. I don't know. Alright, let's take this turn right here. Try and keep that nice and not too sharp. There we go. Perfect. But this is a pretty big field. I like the size of this field. It'd be a good field for high caliber, high value crops like sunflowers or canola would work well here, because then you get a relatively large yield of it, which is nice. So, however, you would run into if you did sunflowers, for example, on this map, you'd wait a little while. I believe sunflowers in the new version, the growth time has been decreased a little bit more. Still some adjustments being made there, so, which is understandable. It's hard to create a nice balance like in any game. Like, you think about how Blizzard, for example, they keep rebalancing their character classes because they can't get them right still. Same idea on a Farming Simulator 2013 map. Always trying to get the right balance between profit and time and what's the right thing. Let's do a little turn this way. Between profit and time, just to make sure, you know, try and get what's the most profitable crop you can... Oh, gotta be careful. What's the most profitable crop you can plant to get the most money out of. Alright, let's do a little turn down in here. Get this one. Here we go. Did I get it all that time? Looks like it. Good. This is good. So I suppose theoretically I could use this straw for the pigs and start pigs up again, but as I've mentioned multiple times, not too worth it on this map. Unless I want more liquid manure, which I'm fine for now, I guess. Now that I've started using a bit of solid manure too. I consider going into the map editor and adding a conveyor belt for the solid manure. Just over by the cows there, so I wouldn't have to leave the bobcat in there the whole time, but I don't know if the creator of the map would appreciate that or not. Perhaps if I asked for permission, maybe, but well. So we're about halfway down the field now. It's a nice big field. It's gonna give us a lot of wheat. I don't know what we're at on the other tractor there. Let's check. 25,000 liters of wheat, which is a nice chunk. Let's get a little chunk of wheat that'll keep our chickens happy for a long time, I hope. Alright, let's take another big wide turn over here and get this other row. Run straight through the tree there. There we go. Did we get it all? Almost. That's fine. We missed a little bit. It's not a big problem. One of the things I noticed is that with hard workers, there's a little. It's almost like there's a little bit not. There's almost like there's not enough space to have them turn around the edge of this particular field. Only because there's mountains all around it, I found. So when I went to go hire a worker, depending on which direction you set them off in, it was either okay or not okay, basically. But it wasn't too bad with the articulated tractor, but it worked. Just a little bit finicky. So, excuse me. But as I mentioned in the last episode, Dirt Hebbers has decided to change maps onto a map that's made by Duke's Modding, I think it is called. Super huge map. It's got some multi-fruits in it, which is nice. Soybeans and oats, if I remember correctly. I know the creator of this map was talking about potentially putting soybeans on this map. not necessarily as an additional fruit, more as a replacement for another fruit. So we'll see if that happens or not. Soybeans are a lot more common in North America, but this is, I believe, supposed to be a European map at least. And I don't know how often European farmers grow soybeans, so something to consider. I know depending on where you are in Canada, like out in Ontario here, a lot of people grow, well, not a lot of people, but it's winter wheat they grow, and spring wheat sometimes. But it's not necessarily the most, well, it's pretty common, but you don't see as much of it as you do out west in like Alberta or Manitoba, Saskatchewan area, where they have massive fields of wheat and prairies over there. So our weather's finally starting to change here in Canada. We've got some people have been getting snow in Ontario, so it's only a matter of time before the rest of the province gets snow. Always a fun time of year, because that means it's getting close to Christmas, and everyone seems to like Christmas, so it's a nice nice change. The big thing if you're in Canada is having a white Christmas. The times when it gets kind of close and people are like, well, we might not have a white Christmas, everyone gets a little nervous about that. It's kind of funny to hear, but it makes me laugh a little bit. Luckily, I haven't seen too many people go crazy for Christmas yet. Some of my students have actually finished their Christmas shopping already, which is a little extreme in my mind, but I guess they like to be proactive. For me, it's I know what I'd like to get my partner or my girlfriend. Partner makes it sound so strange. My girlfriend. I know what I want to get her, but I haven't done it yet, and I probably won't do it for a while yet. But we'll see what happens. Am I gonna get this last little bit before it goes to 100? Nice. Did I get it all? Not quite. Alright, let's go drop this off. There we go. So the thing is, what happens is if I go too fast with this particular forage wagon, you get little dots like that all over the place. I don't know why. I guess because it thinks I don't know, going too fast and not picking it up, I suppose is what the real reason is, but I know if I were using another forage wagon, one of the more expensive ones, I don't think it would do that, but it also doesn't do any cool things like this one does. Like this, if you look at this, if you look at the way it fills up, the actual forage wagon itself is really neat. And also, if you look at the way it unloads, which is pretty cool as well. So I'm going to take this over to the mixing station there and top off the straw, because I believe we have enough straw. Actually, let's go give it some to the cows first, just to make sure. But I'm pretty sure they're okay. You can't be too sure, I suppose. Alright. Let's just do a little UE here. There we go. Oh, guess they needed some straw. Not too much. And let's top off the station there. And then drop the rest off in our bunker. Okie doke. Actually, let's go. We should be able to top this off too. Our breeding station. Oh, I guess it's full. Well then, that didn't take very much at all. I wonder what this is missing. Silage. That's my guess. And there's no free space for straw, so straw's good, I bet you. I'll have to go and double check here. What's missing? Silage it is. Alright, let's go drop the straw off. One of the funny things about pigs is that you just keep feeding them, and they'll just keep growing and growing. And then if you don't, I found with wheat and giving them grains, it was just not worth it, because you could actually make more money from selling the grains than you could with giving it to the pigs. Sugar beets and potatoes, it's a different story. They don't sell for very much. And depending on the map you're on, check that out. That's so cool. Watch the floor in the back there. Can you see it moving? How cool is that? Love that. Can I zoom out so you can see the back? There you go. That's what it looks like coming out of the back. Pretty cool. Alright, let's go pick up some more straw. There we go. So I'm not sure how many more fields I'm going to buy. This seems like it's like a nice number of fields, I think. I'm not sure. We haven't done much with the grass field over there, so we could theoretically change that for something else. But we do need the grass for our cows, so something to keep in mind. And we need it for the sheep as well. Alright. Our tractor's just in the way there. Here, I'll show you what this looks like when you go into so I'm in second gear doing 50%. Let's see what happens. So let's get lined up here. Oh sure, now it works perfectly. Well, I don't know what to say now. So apparently I don't have to go as slow as I was going. Oh well. I can live with this. I can go faster and pick this up, that's great. How much was... Yeah, I wasn't going that much slower in first gear. 11, 12 kilometers an hour versus... maybe it's another 5 kilometers an hour. That'll add up over time. Alright. Let's go pick up this other little strip over here that we missed. Here we go. And let's start on one of the ends over there. This one right here. Here we go. That gives us enough. That leaves the harvester and our course play guy over there enough space to harvest the rest of that wheat. Gives us enough space to make nice wide turns. Am I picking it all up? No, apparently I am. I don't know what was wrong before. Maybe it was just the field I was on itself. See, look at that. Look at the way that fills up. So cool. It makes perfect sense because our pickup's right there. And then it just goes in like that. But that's the only forage harvester, or the forage wagon I know that does that, so... It's pretty nifty. Alright. Let's take a wide turn. Grab this one right here. Nice. That'd be a little bit more fluid if I was using a steering wheel, I suppose, but I don't have a steering wheel, so I can't use one. I did find I was trying out Euro Truck Simulator with the mouse, as I mentioned before in a different last episode, I guess it was. And it's definitely doable. A little difficult, but doable. You definitely have to make small movements, I discovered, and not big, crazy ones, so keep that in mind if you ever decide to start playing that game. I think I actually have a few simulators I just never played much of. I tried Train Simulator, and I just never got into it. I don't know why. I like trains in general. I like train games. I liked, what was it called there? Train Simulator, I guess it was. Or not Train Simulator. Railroads. I think it was Sid Meier's Railroads. I like that game. But I just tried Train Simulator and I just never got into it for some reason. I don't know why. But there are so many additions to that game. It is crazy. Like, I think if you buy them all, it's like $10,000 for all the add-ons, the DLCs. It's pretty Pretty amazing considering. Well, they must be making money off them or else they wouldn't keep making them. I would hope at least, so. But maybe not, who knows. I'm still not missing any, that's good. But I just never got into the game. I tried it out a little bit, tried some of the missions, and just never got into it. I guess because you can't buy trains, you don't run the, you don't act as a train manager, I guess. I think I might enjoy something like that, maybe. But apparently you're getting invited to some stuff. I might enjoy something like that, maybe, but not. Just didn't enjoy driving the trains. Don't know why. Then I remember when I first picked up Farming Simulator, I was like, oh, this is kind of cool. I played the demo a little bit just to get a feel for the game, and I was like, oh, this is kind of cool. Then picked it up and then dropped a couple hundred hours on it, so I guess I enjoyed it more than I anticipated, so here I am now, so obviously I still enjoy the game. Still haven't picked up a titanium pack yet. Not sure if I'm going to go ahead and do that. I know they add a whole new map, and it's a nice, lovely map. And you get a couple of new pieces of equipment, but in honesty, I really don't. You basically get that from mods, so I don't really see the point of spending extra money on it. Like, for example, that mod over there, the Class 550, is a mod, which is a really nice combine, and then you can get the 780 TerraTrack. Which is a really a bigger combine than the 770 even, and that's a mod as well, which is almost equivalent to the case axial flow you get in the titanium back. So it's admittedly it's a nice mod, don't get me wrong, but I just didn't jump on that. I know a lot of people did, but I'm the type of person who likes to sit back, and maybe if it comes on sale I might pick it up, but not out of the gate. So not because it's not a nice one, but just because I value my money, I suppose, is what it would boil down to. I just prefer not to buy things frivolously. I have to think about it for a long time before. I remember when I bought my monitor a while back, I decided to think about it for, I don't know, it seemed like months, and it must have been months. Just because I wanted to make the right decision, because you think about the amount of time you spend on your computer. I don't know how much you do, but I spend a lot of time on the computer, whether it's writing a blog for a website, or playing a video game, or doing some research. It's nice to have a monitor that's capable of doing all that stuff well, which is a big point, so that's one of the reasons why it took so long, I suppose. But alright, almost filled another wagon load here, so let's probably by the end of this row we will have filled this wagon, I imagine. Even if we don't fill it up, I'll probably just go take it anyways. What happened there? And what I'll do is, perfect, I'm just going to go ahead and start this guy planted. And not hemp, not hemp, no, it's not worth it. Wheat, barley, millet, green wheats. Let's do canola. Get a big field of canola going. There we go. Unfold. Oh, I really don't like this in-cab view of this thing. There we go. Line it up there. It's good to go. Good to go. Sweet. Anyways, let's get back in our international here. Excuse me. Alright, so what I'll do is I'll finish picking up all the straw off camera. The harvester is done now, so I shan't put you through more of me picking up straw. If you would like to see me pick up more straw, by all means leave a comment. And until next time, folks, have yourselves a great day. This has been Ian Robson.